Hollywood promises eternal youth, but at what cost? In a world where fame pays the bills but beauty keeps you relevant, some stars have turned their faces and bodies into before and after cautionary tales. From jaw-dropping transformations to surgeries gone sideways, these celebs didn't just change their looks, they nearly changed their careers. Buckle up, it's about to get messy. Lil Kim, the queen bee of reinvention and controversy. When you think of hip-hop royalty, Lil Kim's name is carved in gold. Bold lyrics, daring fashion, and a confidence that could outshine anyone in the room. She was unstoppable. But along with her music and iconic looks came one of the most talked-about transformation stories in hip-hop history. From the moment she hit the scene, Kim was never afraid to stand out. Neon wigs, jaw-dropping red carpet outfits, makeup that screamed trendsetter. She owned it all. But over the years, her appearance changed so dramatically that fans began to wonder, was it reinvention, rebellion, or something else? Lil Kim has been open about her journey under the knife. Multiple nose jobs, breast implants, liposuction, and enhancements to her famous curves. But the most striking shift wasn't her body. It was her complexion. Her skin tone became noticeably lighter, sparking heated debates about colorism and the impossible standards women of color often face in the entertainment industry. Some critics accused her of erasing her identity, while others defended her choices as pure self-expression. The controversy transformed her into more than just a rapper. It made her a walking conversation about beauty, identity, and pressure in showbiz. And here's the irony. While the media zoomed in on her surgeries, Kim never stopped being unapologetically herself. Love her or hate her, she remains an icon who challenged the rules, broke boundaries, and inspired countless artists to embrace their own uniqueness, surgery or no surgery. Kanye West, genius beats, questionable tweaks. Kanye West is many things. A musical genius, a fashion disruptor, and let's be honest, a walking headline. But lately, the buzz hasn't been about his beats or his Yeezys. It's been about his face. Rumors swirl about Kanye's alleged trips under the knife, a slimmer nose, sharper jawline, maybe even a little filler action. Fans can't help but notice that the college dropout Kanye, with his raw, rough-around-the-edges look, now seems polished in a way that screams Hollywood finishing school. And here's the thing, this is Kanye, the same guy who once interrupted Taylor Swift on live TV, the same guy who proclaimed himself a god, the same guy who turned sneaker culture upside down. So why would someone who thrives on being different suddenly look like he's auditioning for a Beverly Hills skincare ad? Speculation ranges from self-esteem issues to industry pressure. Some argue it's just aging and better grooming. Others insist it's a full-blown makeover to match his ever-evolving persona. After all, Kanye has reinvented himself musically, politically, and publicly, so why not physically too? Whatever the truth, one thing is clear. The mystery of Kanye's face has become almost as intriguing as his next album drop. Is it vanity, reinvention, or just another chapter in the unpredictable saga that is Kanye West? Either way, the world is still watching and still guessing. Latoya Jackson, trapped in the mirror. When your last name is Jackson, the world is already watching your every move. For Latoya, sister to Michael and Janet, the spotlight came with an extra layer of pressure to look perfect, to live up to the family name, and to shine in her own right. But instead of applause, her transformation became tabloid fodder. Latoya admitted to feeling insecure about her looks from a young age. Her nose, too broad, her cheeks, not defined enough, her chin, not sharp enough. And one by one, the surgeries began. Nose reshaping, cheek contouring, chin sculpting. Each step was meant to bring her closer to an elusive ideal, but with every procedure, she seemed to drift further from the face fans once knew. Then came the most controversial change: skin lightening. Critics accused her of erasing her black features, and the comparisons to her brother Michael only intensified. Headlines branded her a wannabe, interviews turned from her music to her appearance, and suddenly, her artistry was overshadowed by speculation about her surgeries. The saddest part? Latoya was talented. Her voice, her stage presence, her charisma were undeniable. But the public was too busy dissecting her face to notice her songs. Every attempt to step out of Michael's shadow was derailed by whispers about the surgeon's knife. Her story is a cautionary tale. When the pursuit of beauty becomes a prison, you risk losing not just your reflection, but your identity. And yet, Latoya's journey also reminds us that true beauty isn't about cheekbones or skin tone. It's about confidence, kindness, and owning who you are. Khia, from my neck, my back to new curves. Back in the early 2000s, Khia stormed into the hip-hop scene with her unapologetically raw anthem, My Neck, My Back. Her bold lyrics and no-filter attitude made her a household name overnight. But while her music was loud and in your face, her changing appearance soon started speaking just as loudly. Scroll through her Instagram today and you'll see a woman who has embraced reinvention. Bigger lips? Check. A more pronounced derriere? Absolutely. Curves that weren't there before? Without a doubt. Khia has transformed her look over the years in ways that keep fans and critics talking. Some admire her confidence, saying she's simply keeping up with modern beauty trends. Others argue she's gone too far, claiming her natural look has been overshadowed by surgical enhancements. But Khia? She's unbothered. She flaunts her figure on social media, posting selfies, outfits, and bold statements with the same fearless energy that made her famous. The debate continues. Is she setting new beauty standards, or just following the same path as many in the industry? Either way, Khia owns every change she makes. Love it or not, she refuses to apologize for embracing her version of beauty. Serena Williams, champion on the court, target off it. Serena Williams isn't just a tennis player, she's a legend. With 23 Grand Slam titles, a serve that could knock the paint off the baseline, and a career built on discipline and power, she's the definition of greatness. But even Serena isn't immune to the relentless beauty standards that come with fame. Over the years, whispers began. Did she have a nose job? Are those fillers? Side by side, photos sparked debates, and suddenly, the focus shifted from her smashing forehands to her face. Some fans claimed her look had softened, while critics accused her of caving to Hollywood pressure. Here's the irony. Serena's body is a weapon honed by sweat, training, and relentless dedication. Yet instead of celebrating her dominance, the spotlight often zooms in on whether her nose is narrower or her skin looks smoother. It's a double standard women, especially black women, know all too well. Serena herself has rarely entertained these rumors. She lets her racket do the talking, proving that talent and determination outlast trends and gossip. Still, the conversation lingers. Why are we dissecting her appearance when her record books already speak louder than any before and after photo? Summer Walker. Too real or too much? Summer Walker built her career on raw honesty. Her lyrics, unfiltered. Her personality, candid to the point of awkwardness. And when it came to her looks, she didn't switch up. She told the world exactly what she did. Unlike many celebs who dodge the question, Summer has been upfront about her procedures, liposuction, a Brazilian butt lift, and more. She didn't whisper it in interviews. She went online and spelled it out, turning herself into a case study in transparency. For her fans, it was refreshing. Finally, a star who admits what others pretend is just makeup and angles. But honesty comes with a price. Critics accused her of glamorizing risky surgeries and pushing unrealistic standards on young fans. You're too real, they said, and that's the problem. The backlash sparked a bigger debate. is sharing these choices empowering or irresponsible? Summer, as always, stayed unapologetic. She defended her decisions as personal, not promotional. In her mind, she wasn't selling surgery. She was simply living her truth. Love it or not, that rawness is exactly what made her a star in the first place. Her story highlights a modern dilemma in an industry that punishes women for both aging naturally and for doing too much. Where's the line? For Summer Walker, the line doesn't exist. She'll cross it, erase it, and redraw it however she likes. Keke Wyatt, a voice from heaven, a look in transition. Keke Wyatt doesn't need any introduction. Her voice could stop traffic. With powerhouse vocals that soar across genres, she earned her place among the greats. But over the years, fans noticed something besides her vocal runs hitting high notes. Her look was evolving too. Keke has been candid about some of her choices, including breast augmentations and liposuction. Unlike stars who keep it hush-hush, she's embraced transparency, saying her body, her rules. For many, that honesty only made her more relatable. After all, if you're in the spotlight and have the means, why not make the tweaks you want? But transparency hasn't silenced critics. Some argue her natural beauty is being overshadowed by cosmetic changes, claiming she looks less like the old Keke and more like another Hollywood prototype. Others worry she's fallen into the industry trap that pressures women, especially in music, to look a certain way. Adding to the scrutiny, her evolving look came at a time of personal challenges. Life in the spotlight hasn't been easy, and fans speculated whether stress and reinvention went hand in hand. Yet through it all, one thing remained untouched: her incredible voice. Vivica A. Fox, glamour, Botox, and balance. When Vivica A. Fox burst onto the Hollywood scene in the 90s, she had it all: talent, style, and that captivating smile that could light up a movie screen. Fans adored her natural charm, and her beauty seemed timeless. But in Hollywood, timeless often comes with an asterisk and a syringe. Over the years, eagle-eyed fans started noticing subtle shifts in Vivica's look. Her skin appeared smoother, her face a little fuller, and her curves a bit more enhanced. Soon the whispers became headlines: Botox, fillers, and yes, a confirmed breast augmentation. Unlike many stars who dodged the question, Vivica came right out and admitted it. And in true Vivica fashion, she did it with confidence. Her philosophy? A little tweak here, a little nip there, but always in moderation. She's been vocal about believing in taking care of yourself inside and out. To Vivica, a trip to the doctor's office for a few touch-ups isn't vanity, it's maintenance, like changing the oil in your car. Of course, opinions are divided. Some fans applaud her honesty and say she struck the perfect balance between staying youthful and staying herself. Others argue she may have crossed the line a few times, trading natural charm for a too polished look. But Vivica doesn't lose sleep over critics. She shows up on the red carpet, head held high, serving looks with the same fierce energy she's had since day one. Kelly Rowland, Destiny's Child diva, transformation. From Destiny's Child to solo stardom, Kelly Rowland has always been a vision of elegance. Her smile lit up music videos, her voice blended flawlessly with Beyoncé and Michelle, and her natural beauty made her a fan favorite. But in Hollywood, even the most stunning stars aren't safe from the rumor mill. Over the years, fans began whispering about Kelly's look. Was her nose a little more refined? Were her curves enhanced? Had she quietly joined the ranks of celebs who used a surgeon's touch to stay flawless? Kelly herself has kept quiet, never confirming, never denying. And honestly, that silence only fuels more speculation. Unlike some celebs who shout their surgeries from the rooftops, Kelly lets her work and her glow do the talking. She's remained private about her personal choices, showing up on red carpets looking radiant, whether her look is natural, enhanced, or a mix of both. What's fascinating is how the public reacts. Some insist she's proof that less is more. If she had any work done, it was subtle and tasteful. Others argue she's hiding in plain sight, playing the "I woke up like this" card in an industry built on reinvention. But here's the truth. Kelly Rowland doesn't need a surgeon to validate her beauty. With her grace, talent, and longevity, she's already etched her name into music history. Whether enhanced or untouched, Kelly is living proof that elegance outlasts gossip. Tamar Braxton, from soulful star to surgical detour. Tamar Braxton has always been larger than life. That powerhouse voice, the sparkling energy, the Braxton family drama. She had all the ingredients to be unforgettable. But somewhere along the way, fans began noticing that her music wasn't the only thing evolving. Her face was too. At first, it was subtle. A little Botox here, a filler touch there. Nothing Hollywood doesn't see every day. But then the changes picked up speed. Her nose looked narrower, her cheekbones sharper, her lips fuller. With every appearance, Tamar seemed to debut a new version of herself, and fans didn't know which one they'd see next. Social media exploded with concern. "Stop! You're already beautiful!" cried fans in her comments. But Tamar, unapologetically Tamar, kept going. The surgeries didn't just reshape her look, they began reshaping her career. Performances felt different. The spark that made her music so magnetic seemed dimmed under the weight of endless speculation. And here's the heartbreaking twist. Tamar was stunning all along. She didn't need a scalpel to prove anything. But in an industry that thrives on reinvention, she got caught in the cycle of just one more tweak. K. Michelle, the voice like butter, the choices like plastic. K. Michelle came into the music world with a gift that couldn't be denied. Her voice was smooth, soulful, like melted butter over a Sunday morning song. Hit after hit proved she was more than just another R&B star. She was destined to leave a mark. But instead of headlines about her music, another story began to take over: her surgeries. At first, it was easy to dismiss. Lots of artists get little tweaks. But for K. Michelle, the list kept growing. Breasts, done. Butt, enhanced. Nose, sharpened. Lips, fuller. Each time she stepped out, fans noticed something new, and soon her looks were making more noise than her lyrics. Her followers were torn. Some begged her to stop, reminding her that her natural beauty was already more than enough. Others defended her choices, saying she had every right to sculpt her body however she wanted. But the bigger problem? The spotlight on her surgeries distracted from her music. Instead of discussing her powerhouse vocals, people debated her before and after photos. K. Michelle herself has admitted that not every procedure was worth it. Her journey has become a cautionary tale about how quickly the pursuit of perfection can overshadow even the strongest talent. She's proof that in entertainment, your body can sometimes become a louder headline than your art, and yet, no amount of surgery can silence the fact her voice is still pure magic. Blac Chyna, the makeover mogul. If anyone has ever turned their body into a brand, it's Blac Chyna. From exotic dancer to reality TV star to social media influencer, she built an empire on one thing: image. And when that image needed upgrades, she wasn't shy about booking the appointment. Chyna's journey through plastic surgery is practically a public documentary. Breast augmentations, Brazilian butt lifts, lip fillers, nose refinements, even her teeth got the Hollywood glow up. And unlike celebs who quietly disappear for a few months, she often documented the process on social media, letting millions watch her transformation in real time. At first, fans were fascinated. Here was a woman unapologetically in control, flaunting her new curves like a walking billboard for reinvention. But as the procedures stacked up, so did the criticism. Her face became harder to recognize, her body exaggerated to cartoon-like proportions, and the internet predictably pounced. Was she going too far? Or was she simply giving the people what they wanted? Drama, spectacle, and a flawless Instagram feed. The truth lies somewhere in between. Blac Chyna has always been savvy about attention. Every transformation kept her trending. Every surgery headline fueled her fame. But it also blurred the line between empowerment and excess. Her story reminds us that in a world where likes equal currency, some stars will spend everything, even their original face, to stay relevant. Tyra Banks, from natural beauty advocate to surgical surprise. Tyra Banks wasn't just a supermodel, she was the supermodel. The first black woman to grace covers like Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret, she became a role model for young girls everywhere, preaching self-love and confidence. Which is why fans were shocked when whispers began, had Tyra herself gone under the knife? For years, Tyra positioned herself as the champion of real beauty. On America's Next Top Model, she taught contestants to smize, to embrace their quirks, to be proud of their authentic selves. But then her own look began to change. A slimmer nose, fuller lips, sharper cheekbones, subtle at first, but hard to ignore. The internet, of course, wasted no time. Forums lit up with side-by-side comparisons, fans expressed disappointment, and critics called her out for seemingly contradicting her own message. How could the woman who told us to love our imperfections be chasing perfection herself? Tyra later admitted to having a nose job early in her career, insisting it was less about vanity and more about necessity. Still, the damage was done. Her authentic beauty brand now carried an asterisk. But here's the twist. Tyra has always been a master of reinvention. Whether it's the runway, TV, or her own image, she knows how to keep people talking. And maybe that's the real lesson. Even role models are human, and even supermodels feel the pressure. Kenya Moore, beauty queen or cosmetic mystery? Kenya Moore made history when she became Miss USA in the 90s, dazzling audiences with her stunning smile, undeniable charm, and elegance that could light up any stage. But as the years went by and the reality TV cameras kept rolling, fans began to wonder, was Kenya holding on to her crown with just good genes or a surgeon's help? Rumors have swirled for years. Her cheeks look fuller, her lips appear plumper, her nose, a touch more refined. Kenya has never confirmed or denied the whispers, leaving her fans to play detective with old pageant photos and her latest red carpet looks. On Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's mastered the art of deflection, dodging the surgery talk with a coy smile while keeping the spotlight on her quick wit and bold personality. And honestly, it works. Love her or hate her, Kenya knows how to keep people talking. The truth is, she still looks amazing. But the comparisons to her younger self spark questions about Hollywood's obsession with freezing time. Is she simply embracing subtle enhancements, or is she quietly building a new version of the beauty queen we once knew? Whatever the answer, Kenya Moore remains a force. Her presence, her charisma, and yes, her looks still turn heads. And if her goal was to stay unforgettable, surgery or not, mission accomplished. NeNe Leakes, reality TV, royalty to plastic surgery tale. When NeNe Leakes first burst onto the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was impossible to ignore. That booming laugh, sharp tongue, and larger-than-life personality made her the breakout star of the franchise. But as her fame grew, so did curiosity about her evolving look. Unlike some stars who keep their procedures secret, NeNe was open about her choices. On camera, she talked about her nose jobs, liposuction, and other tweaks, turning surgery into part of her storyline. At first, it seemed harmless. A little nip and tuck here, a touch up there. But soon, fans started noticing that the NeNe they knew looked very different from the NeNe they first met. Her nose became slimmer, her lips fuller, her skin tighter. The bold, natural beauty who won over audiences appeared to be transforming into someone else entirely. And while reinvention is practically a Hollywood requirement, some argued she was chasing an impossible version of herself. Still, NeNe owned her choices with the same unapologetic energy that made her famous. For her, plastic surgery wasn't about hiding. It was about control, power, and showing up exactly how she wanted to. Zari Hassan, the boss lady's beauty empire. When you're called the boss lady, you're expected to look the part, and Zari Hassan has made sure of it. The Ugandan socialite and businesswoman has built her brand on glamour, luxury, and that picture-perfect image her fans can't stop talking about. But behind the designer bags and flashy lifestyle, whispers about her evolving appearance have only grown louder. Over the years, Zari's look has clearly transformed. A sharper nose, plumper lips, a sculpted figure that seems almost too flawless. Rumors of breast implants, liposuction, and more follow her like paparazzi. But here's the twist. Zari never confirms, never denies. She keeps the world guessing, and honestly, that's part of her charm. Fans flood social media with before and after comparisons, debating whether her glow-up is surgery, good genes, or simply a killer fitness routine. Some praise her for owning her beauty and playing the game better than anyone else. Others criticize her for conforming to Western standards, but love her or hate her, everyone's still talking, and that's the real power move. Because here's the truth, Zari isn't just a woman in the spotlight, she's a business. Reinvention is her currency, and she spends it wisely. Whether her look comes from the gym or the clinic, she's mastered the art of staying relevant, enviable, and unforgettable. Dencia, the provocateur with a painted identity. When Dencia first hit the scene, the Cameroonian-born singer and entrepreneur was known for her boldness, bright wigs, daring outfits, and a confidence that screamed unapologetic. But it wasn't just her music or business ventures that kept people talking. It was her transformation, one of the most dramatic and controversial in recent memory. Dencia went from a glowing, brown-skinned beauty to nearly porcelain white, and the internet lost its mind. Overnight, she became the face of the skin-lightening debate. Some fans praised her for her bold reinvention, while others accused her of rejecting her natural beauty and African heritage. But Dencia isn't one to back down. In her usual outspoken way, she clapped back at critics, insisting her choices were personal and nobody else's business. To her, it was about preference, not rejection. Still, the controversy refused to die. Beyond skin lightening, she's also been open about undergoing other cosmetic procedures, further fueling debates about self-image and beauty standards. Is she a fearless trendsetter, or a cautionary tale about the pressures women face in the spotlight? The truth is, Dencia has done what she's always done best: spark conversation. Love her or loathe her, she's forcing the world to ask tough questions about identity, race, and how far people will go to create the image they want. Nicki Minaj, the queen of curves and controversy. Nicki Minaj isn't just a rapper. She's a cultural phenomenon. From her outrageous wigs and fierce lyrics to her signature hourglass figure, she has built an empire on being unforgettable. But for years, her body has been just as talked about as her bars. Her voluptuous curves, impossibly tiny waist, and enhanced bust sparked endless speculation. Did she or didn't she? Fans dissected music videos, Instagram photos, and red carpet looks like detectives searching for clues. Was it clever styling, strategic padding, or surgical enhancement? Nicki never gave a straight answer, just a playful wink, a sassy clapback, or a well-timed twerk. And that's the genius of Nicki. She keeps the conversation going without ever confirming the rumors. While critics argue she's promoting unrealistic beauty standards, her fans defend her as a woman owning her body and her image. She's turned the speculation into part of her brand, fueling global debates about body image, self-expression, and the blurred line between natural and made. Whether her look is the product of surgery, styling, or sheer attitude, one fact is undeniable. Nicki Minaj has redefined what it means to be a superstar. She's proof that power in the entertainment industry isn't just about talent. It's about controlling your image on your terms. Wendy Williams, owning the knife, owning the narrative. If there's one celebrity who refuses to whisper about plastic surgery, it's Wendy Williams. While others deny or dodge, Wendy grabs the mic and says it straight. Yes, I've had it done. And no, I don't regret it. Over the years, she's been open about her breast implants, liposuction, and tummy tuck. For Wendy, surgery wasn't about chasing perfection. It was about confidence and control. She said time and time again, "It's my body, my choice." And honestly, that kind of honesty is refreshing in an industry built on smoke, mirrors, and it's just good lighting. Of course, her transparency hasn't silenced the critics. Some argue she's sending the wrong message. Others claim she's too blunt about procedures that carry risks. But Wendy has never lived for approval. Her entire career as a talk show queen was built on saying what others were too scared to say. Why would her approach to beauty be any different? What makes her story stand out is that she doesn't treat surgery as a secret shame. For Wendy, it's just another chapter in the story of a woman navigating fame, aging, and self-image under a magnifying glass.